More holiday new releases today. We're taking a little break from the big eyeshadow palettes and the face palettes and the big collections, and we're going to do two smaller but still important releases. We're going to look at a new lipstick line from Smashbox and a new Satin Kajal liner from Victoria Beckham Beauty. Actually, two liners. I'll explain what I mean in just a moment. We're going to get into it. Let me remind you, though, that I am, as you notice, surrounded now by these beautiful, fragrant roses from Rose Forever New York. These are forever roses. They are real flowers. Yeah, it's magical. They last for a year, frankly, or more. And Rose Forever New York is currently celebrating in October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Any pink rose bouquet that you purchase during the month of October, Rose Forever New York will donate 10% of proceeds to Mediviver, which is a group that promotes research and advocacy for metastatic breast cancer, a very important cause. Plus, as always, no matter what the month is, at Rose Forever New York, if you use code Rebecca25, you will get $25 off your order. That's right, now and anytime, Rebecca25 gets you $25 off your order at Rose Forever New York. Plus, right now, with a pink rose bouquet, you are supporting a very good cause, metastatic breast cancer research and advocacy with Rose Forever New York. Don't you forget about that. Not sponsored, just from the goodness of my heart. So I wanted to tell you that. Okay, we are going to start looking at what we got together here. You know, I made a little bit of a mistake. I know, me, a mistake? No, actually, that's more common than not. What I did was I put together two products that when I look at them now, I'm not sure they go together. So we'll have to see. So we'll play around with them a little bit. Let's look at our Victoria Beckham new Satin Kajal liner first. This is $34 and it is the shade Orchid. Orchid is a shimmering mauve shade. We're going to look at it here live, plus in the warm California sunshine. This is her 6th shimmer shade of the Satin Kajal liner. That makes 9 mattes, 6 shimmers, and, well, I want to say 4 jewel shades, but there's actually 5. We'll get to that in a moment. This is, like I said, $34, and you get the, you used to be able to save a little bit and not get the sharpener, but now you get the sharpener with it. That's fine. I have so many of these lying around, but never one when I need it. Let me know down below if you're the same. Okay, but now you get that with it. Her liners are some of the favorite of my viewers. As you know, you get a little sponge on the back end of it, which I think is so useful for creating eye looks with it. And then this, which sharpens beautifully. It doesn't always look like a wood pencil, but it sharpens like one. And boy, there's nothing like a nice fresh point on an eyeliner or lip liner. I'm sure you'll agree with me. We are going to do a whole eye look because I don't have anything other than some mascara on my eyes. And these Satin Kajal liners from Victoria Beckham Beauty are so creamy and smooth that they can be used to line the inner waterline, but they can also make an entire eye look, which is what we're going to do today. Now, when I talk about lining the inner waterline, the only thing that Victoria Beckham Beauty advises against are those jewel liners, those in the inner waterline. Those are the ones with a little bit of glitter in them. And I told you that I was going to mention 2 new liners. That's right. There's a new silver glaze jewel liner, and the brand is playing a little bit coy with us. In order to get the new silver glaze jewel liner, you have to spend $176 on the 5-shade collection of jewel liners. That comes with the new silver glaze. It also comes with a Vast Lash mascara. So all 5. I did not spend the $176 for a number of reasons. Number one, I have the other 4 jewel liners. And the second thing is I don't really like them. I don't really wear them or use them. I don't have a lot of lid space. So unless I'm making a complete look, I tend to use these liners on the inner waterline and to tight line with. So if they advise against that with the jewel liners, it wasn't worth the $176 for me. Will we be able to get silver glaze separately at some point? I would think probably so, but for the holidays, not right now. But if you do want to get the Satin Kajal liner and the 34 is a bit much, you could subscribe to get this replaced and save $2 for $32, or you can actually get a whole set of them for $90. So not bad savings, actually. Okay, we're going to use that, and we also want to talk about the new Flash FX 4 shades from Smashbox. This is their curated color collection of lipsticks. It's limited edition. They're all melted metal lipsticks. And they're supposed to flatter every skin tone and go on with just one swipe. This is where I said maybe a mistake to put these together. I don't know how well they work together. But this is the shade Firecracker, because I told you I wanted to start wearing more reds. Probably not an ideal time when we are doing an orchid liner, but we're gonna make it work anyway. Take a look at that. So this is a metallic shade. It's a warmer red. If it were cool, it would work a little bit better. But it does have a little bit of kind of blue purples in it. Isn't that pretty? And then here's the orchid. Again, I wish I could show you the new silver glaze, but I wasn't going to spend for the 5 shade plus fast lash. You know, I don't really use, they're not too bad together. Not really ideal. But there is our orchid, and there is our Flash FX Firecracker 4 shades. This is a $22 lipstick, if I had not mentioned that. Okay. I love Smashbox. I think they do really great things, and I always try to promote them when they do something. There's also a lot of interest out there for Smashbox. I don't know why we don't see them more often. Let's take these swatches outside into the warm. California sunshine. Easy to tell the difference between the Smashbox Flash FX Firecracker. That comes in 3 other shades for a total of 4 shades in that limited edition. And then the not limited edition Orchid from Victoria Beckham Beauty. All right, take a look at that there. We're going to now try these on. Right now, my face is done up with mostly Victoria Beckham Beauty products, except for foundation. Why has she not done a foundation yet? I really like these Satin Kajal liners. I use them all the time. And for so many of us, they are the best. Though they are a bit pricey, I think they are wonderful. Like I said, the jewel liners aren't my favorite, but I like those too. Okay, so let's start boring and basic. We're going to do a whole eye look, but let's just start boring and basic. And I am just going to take this and see how it goes into the waterline. That's pretty. I want to make sure that it doesn't end up going, it does have, I mean, actually I think these kind of work together. I wouldn't wear them together, but I actually think they kind of work together. What I'm saying is it is going a bit red. I want to make sure, you know, it definitely has some red in it. I want to make sure that it's not. Can you guys see that? When I put that on the inner waterline, it almost does want to go a little bit red, so I want to make sure it doesn't make me look like a lab test animal. And then, pardon the disgustingness of me pulling on my eye, I am going to tight line with it. It's not as dark as I would have thought. It's an interesting shade. I would think it would go more purple, but I can see in that violet part of it, I can see the red. All right, I am going to now just kind of put it onto the lid. First of all, I'm going to just do a real messy line. Then up a little bit. Then I'm going to take this beautiful sponge on the back, which I love, and just kind of work it out a little bit. What an interesting shade. I want to say that this is straight up purple, and you could put it with your new Natasha Denona palette. And I do think it would be pretty to tightline with it, with the new Natasha Denona, but it's interesting because as I get it on the eye, and it could be with my undertone of my skin, which is rather neutral, it's different than just purple. I'm going to just kind of wing that out at the end. These little sponges that she has are so good. You don't need any other brushes. You can use your fingers, but I use, look at that. Now, I do not put this, do not go back and forth because you get a little playtime. I'm going to make this darker. You get a little playtime with these Victoria Beckham Beauty liners, but once they dry, once the playtime's over, they're set, which is really nice because it doesn't budge all day, but not nice if you get stuck and can't, you know, blend it out. You don't have to blend. In fact, sometimes what I do is afterwards I'll just kind of put a little bit more here and not blend it, you know, just to deepen it, and then underneath as well. Now it's seeming a little bit more purple, isn't it? Purple is the color right now. And I'm lucky because purple works very well for my green eyes. I'm even deepening it a bit here. Shedding here. I'm even deepening it a bit here. Do a little V. So the only problem with doing a whole look with these liners is you'll sharpen them more, you'll go through them more, but if you've got a real quick look that you need to do, it's just such a simple one and done, and you know it's going to last. All right, let me copy that on the other eye, and then we'll come right back and look at it. I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through it. Stay right there. Okay, I think it's beautiful, but see, I already have to sharpen. My factory point is gone. And that is a look that's going to last all day. This is a really pretty one. Now, I will admit, and I've said this in the past when I have reviewed Victoria Beckham Beauty's liners, that some liners stay put better than others. The sea gray and the cocoa are tried and true. People have had problems with the Bordeaux shade running down their face and whatnot. So time will tell on this one. But I have been playing with it a little bit, and it seems to be a good one. Usually I can tell, and it's staying there, and now it's going to stay put. Usually you can kind of tell with them. Sometimes the formulas do feel a little bit different. I understand that this is a shimmer as opposed to a matte or a jewel, but you know what I mean. Looks like it's going to be a good one. I'll let you know if it isn't. I'm assuming from what I have experienced with it that it's a good one. And this is very pretty. Now, for me, I would generally put a kind of a pink or a pinky purple cooler toned lipstick with this. I don't look great with cool tone lipsticks though, to be honest with you. So we're going to try. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's see what we think. This is the Flash FX in Firecracker from Smashbox, a metallic lipstick, which I really like metallic lipsticks, to be honest. Now, I have a makeshift lip brush at the ready here. I say makeshift because this is a Refer number 2 brush. I tend to use these kind of short, almost even pencil brushes. This is not a pencil brush as such, but the short, dense eye brushes as lip brushes. You guys know I love that. And this is a red, so I'm kind of prepared for that. Though Smashbox says that their Flash FX has one swipe, all skin tones, easily buildable, no problems for deep, dark, metallic colors. I don't know if I believe that just yet. I think my bigger problem with putting this with this eye is just that it's bold, and that's a little bit too balanced, but let's see what we think. I more want to test the product. Okay. Oh, one swipe. They weren't kidding. Remember, we're not going for a look so much as testing the product. I kind of like it, though. Well, they weren't kidding. I got to clean it up. But they weren't kidding when they said one swipe. And though it's still a little messy and I need to clean this up, when I smile, it's really not getting in any lip lines. Oh, maybe a teeny bit, but it is red. And as far as a red, this has elements of cool and warm in it at the same time, which is the same with the eyes, though they are cooler. Well, that's a beautiful lipstick. That's an easy red to wear for such a deep red. I like metallic shades too. And that's not perfect, but I don't know that I'm hating it. I'm not trying to make an actual cohesive look here. I just want to, you know, around the holidays we have so many new products. I just want to get them into review so you can see and budget, figure out what you're going to buy. I don't know if for everyday use I would put these together, but I do have to be honest that I'm actually not hating them together. It's a bit of a statement look, but I kind of like it. All right, so let's talk about it. So far, what I have seen of the Satin Kajal liner, the Orchid shade, is a beautiful one. And when I have played with it in a day or two previously, it wasn't running like that Bordeaux did. Seems to be on a par with the really good ones. I'll let you know if that changes, but that's what I'm thinking so far. Really nice. Think about buying the set and saving some money, or even getting it refilled, because if you're going to use this as a full eye look, it's going to go quickly. About the Satin Jewel Liner collection, if you want to spend $176 on them, go ahead. They're not my favorite, the Satin Jewel, but you know, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. These Smashbox lipsticks for 22 bucks. I think it's a great deal, a lovely stocking stuffer for somebody as a gift, and the shades are really pretty. I like this metallic look anyway, and I found this, putting this on was really nice, not fidgety and not problematic. This is not transfer proof. It is a regular old lipstick, so don't look for anything special in that regard, except for the fact that it seems to have pretty much one swipe coverage, as they said, and is a very comfortable lipstick. Hard to make an uncomfortable lipstick these days. The technology is really making that so. Okay, so I wanted to talk about those two products and answer any of your questions. Down below, you'll see all of this, either where you can click and buy it or just click and peruse it where I can. And I don't know if I can with these brands, but where I can, I always put something up on YouTube Shopping where I can, but also look down below for information on our Facebook group. Thank you, Helen, who runs that. Absolutely free. And just a really genuine group of lovely people talking about makeup. If you want to talk live with me every week, we have lives weekly on our group here on YouTube. That's $4.99 a month. Information is down below in the description bar, as well as information on how to catch me over on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and how to give super thanks. Always appreciated, especially with all this holiday makeup spending. But however you want to be part of this channel, I'm just so happy to have you here. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.